Send out the link now.
Yeah, I'm finna. I got it on the TV today, so I can
Oh
see.
wow.
But I got my shit muted.
Okay,
Cause
okay.
trying to watch out the phone with like some of them slides or whatever, that shit be hard. I
Yeah,
can't even log. You know how you make the screen big on YouTube? You can't do that on StreamYard. So I say, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it on the TV. That way I can see them. I can see it, and I'm just gonna have my yeah, I
yeah.
can see that good. Yeah, okay. I'm ready whenever you is.
All right, cool. Yeah, we live. We live. I started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
started. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in, coming out um to another episode. And we're gonna get into a couple of things. Me and Chop. Happy Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
first day of the week. First day of the week. Hopefully, you use some of this time today to get your mind right for the upcoming week. Um, hopefully, you've accomplished some of your goals you set forth for yourself this year because we coming up on June just that quick. That's 6 months since I already half the year gone. So hopefully you haven't been putting off what you need to or what you would like to get done because time is moving so fast. You may
Yeah.
not have a chance to get back to that, whatever that is.
Facts.
What you got going, Chop?
Nothing much. Oh, what's going on, Naeem? Naeem says salute, salute,
Hey, what's
Naeem.
up? What's up, Naeem?
Yeah, but today, yeah, we
Oh
got.
yeah, that live you did the other day, that shit was fire. That live she did the other day
Oh
when
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah,
girlfriend came on,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. With
that
Katrina,
shit was heat.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, that
My
shit was heat.
God. Hey, I ain't even gonna cap. I ain't even gonna cap. I wanted to be there so bad, and I daggone me and B got to talking on the phone. I got to playing the game, and my notifications is set to personalized. So I had to go back and put my notifications on all so that it came up because I'm like, damn, where the notification was at, and I was like, damn, let me find out notifications ain't even on all, and it's fucked up that you got to put notifications on all. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
shit. Yeah, because they're automatically by default they'll throw you in that personalized.
Yeah, yeah.
hmm Yeah, I
So,
caught it because I was at work. I couldn't really interact in chat, but shit, I was
bro,
at work. I was on there.
I watched that whole live, bro, and I'm glad I ain't even gonna cap. I'm glad I did miss it because I wanted to join in and talk, but I'm glad I did miss it because I got to hear everybody's perspective, everybody's opinion on that joint, and it was it was so deep, especially when it comes to how Katrina be breaking shit down, bro. Like like she breaks it down in a way that it's like you gotta accept it, bro, because that it is what it is, like no cut cards, straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people need to hear. A lot of people need to hear that heavy truth. You know what I'm saying? Even though they
Yep.
don't want to hear it, sometimes you gotta hear it. Hold on, one second. One second.
Hey, baby, what's up,
Yeah.
heavy lip? Hey, you be surprised, Naeem, the sincerity that people. Sincerity is a frequency, and when people resonating on positivity, they can pick up when a request is sincere. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people ask that doctor to come on. But yeah, your sincerity, that frequency of your sincerity touched that doctor. And yeah, it is what and that is.
All right, I'm back. My fault. Yeah, but yeah, man, they did a great job on that live. You know what I'm saying? only and the only thing that I really wanted to touch on about that live was they all right. So they said Naeem and Katrina and that was talking about the gun situation, and they were saying, like, some people leave like their guns in the drawer and shit like that where the kids can get to it. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have
Hmm.
it in a lockbox. Now, the only thing I'm a counteract and say on this is that go until I tell you, bro. This is what the only thing I'm gonna say about this is that in case of a situation where somebody comes in your house, I do not want to be fumbling with no lockbox or no trigger safety and all that shit. Just trying to be have extra precaution of family members and stuff like that. I Yeah, I can't take that chance that if something happens to where as though I got to go to a lockbox, open it up, unlock the gun, put the magazine in, rack it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't really want to go through all that. If something happened where as though a kick door situation, on that third kick or on that second kick, I'm trying to greet the motherfucker at the door with the strap, like, yeah, hello, motherfucker, I'm here. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'm gonna say about that, because it's like it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? You you
Hmm.
you have it in the drawer, you have it in your lockbox, you have it secured, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But then you risk the opportunity of people actually making it in your household and doing some stuff while you're trying to get your shit situated
Yeah,
versus
I think. Go ahead.
somebody trying to break in and you already ready and you already at the door. So as soon as that door fly open, you ready to send shots down.
Right. I think that in that scenario, once the kid's in bed or what have you, then um, it's time to take it out the box or take the safety off or whatever your precautionary measures is as it relates to when the children are. Once you get ready to lay down, yeah, your gun should be out, within reach, already ready to go for that scenario that you speaking about, Chop. But what Naeem was talking about is kids who are in environments where gun violence and having a gun is fashionalized. I mean, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's made to seem like that's the thing to do.
Right,
Uh, then that's an issue because those children are more apt to pick up the gun, be playing with it, trying to emulate some of the stuff that they done seen on the videos or heard in the music, and end up shooting themselves like that little boy did.
right. Yeah, that shit was tragic. That's
You know what I'm saying?
and I just seen, and this is, and I feel like Katrina. I feel like Katrina on these topics is because now the aunt or whatever family member it is, they got to go GoFundMe for the boy, because of her tragic loss or whatever. And it's like, well, how tragic is it? Because the little boy playing with the gun. Y'all got all the signs that he plays with guns and stuff, and it was all fine and dandy until he shot himself.
Right,
So it's like you wasn't doing a GoFundMe then to help your son stay off the streets. So I kind of and like I said, I agree with Katrina. You do hood rat shit with your friends, you get hood rat consequences.
right. Because children are impressionable, and when you bring in these type of males, I ain't gonna say men, these type of males around them, you giving them a image to model after. That's what children do. They model behavior. That's why when they watch cartoons, they'll start when the cartoon is off in their mind, they whatever character they were. I mean, that they was just looking at. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you do hood rat shit, i.e., fucking with hood niggas that ain't doing shit, hands down, guns out. Yeah, that's creating the climate for that type of situation to happen because the child is thinking this is the thing to do,
Salute Black
and
Poe.
I'm sure that um that wasn't that child first time playing with that gun,
Mm-mm. Oh no.
with that same gun. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What up, Poe?
Yeah, Black Poe in the building.
Yeah, I know that wasn't his first time playing with that gun. But when I was growing up, shit, I was around guns. My mama had a gun. My mama still got a
Mm.
gun. But I knew not to play with it. That was just common sense. I mean, she didn't even have to tell me. She didn't say, boy, this gun and this and that. She didn't do that. That was just common sense. But I guess the way times have changed, common sense ain't common no more. You see what I'm saying? Because I already knew not to pick up that gun. I already knew not to play with the gun. And
Mm-hmm.
without even having to be told as a child from just watching TV. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Just watching TV, seeing what happened when the cowboys or the police or the bad guys pull out the gun. So I
Mm-hmm.
already knew not to do that. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, I didn't grow up in a generation where gun violence and guns were a symbol of power articulated through the music. I didn't grow up in that era. By
Right.
time that by time that became fashionable, I was already an adolescent, headed into manhood. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Whereas these children growing up now, they growing up seeing the Chief Keefs and the Little Dirks and the Rondo number nines and the King Vons, and they
Hmm.
already seeing it. Yeah, they seeing this shit from day one. So that innate sense of guns are dangerous is not present in that generation as it was with mine. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
No, I
it's it's a bunch of cultural factors with with that incident. What that says is it's far deeper than just gun safety and gun violence. What it really reflects is how far we have fallen as a people and as a culture to where our children don't even know that you ain't even supposed to play with guns. Why? Because the music, the imagery, the movies have all reinforced this idea that having guns, packing guns, being a thug, quote unquote, is the thing to do. And
mm,
we've allowed this. We've allowed this. See, I grew up when rap was damn near banned in this country. I sent you
yeah.
that song by Two Live Crew where he talking about how they got arrested in Miami for performing because the moral climate of the country was, hey, kids don't need to be hearing this. They don't need. So it was a big outcry. We don't have that today. And us not knowing being played, we thought that them people were being on some bullshit when in reality they was trying to save us from what eventually came over because when we look at the culture, the nation prior, I'm talking about us as a people, prior gangster rap, the violent rap, all this shit that we affected by now being popularized in music, we was a whole different people, man. And that
Yeah.
can't be argued. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what that reflects is with that child, exactly. Everybody failed the child. The
Everybody
whole
for that
community
child.
failed.
Yeah.
Everybody. And there's no reason why he should even been playing with that gun.
In the
Even if
first.
guns are out, your child should know that, hey, these things kill people. This is not a toy. And you shouldn't have to say that twice. Like I say, me growing up, I wasn't never told nothing about no gun. But I
Hmm.
already knew not to, I knew not to play with them. So
Hmm.
because again, the community, the society, it was different. So
Yeah, my
I didn't
like
mean to ramble on like that, but
no, 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 no. You right though. because like a lot of stuff that you just said, I was ready to speak on because even when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, we had cap guns, we had BB guns. I mean, we had real guns, but we we knew the difference between cap guns and real guns. We knew not to touch no real gun, but we'll play with the cap guns and the BB guns as if they was real guns. You see what I'm saying? So we knew the difference between the two, and that's where I think the concept comes into play is that people really don't understand what they're really getting themselves into, and like Naeem said, everybody failed that child because instead of seeing it, instead of like I said, instead of seeing this child's behavior and seeing that he is some type of drill rapper, he talks about guns and stuff. Did anybody even talk to him about how to properly use a gun, how to clean it, how to have trigger control? You know what I'm saying? Finger control, so your finger don't be on the trigger. You know, like there's none of these stuff is brought to the kids' attention. So like when I was growing up, my brother showed me how to shoot a gun for the first time. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I didn't go to no firing range and nothing. My brother took me to the alley out back. It was like, yo, shoot this. You see what I'm saying? But
Right,
at the end of the day, he was telling me like, bro, like don't point this and don't grab this unless you gonna use it. Don't touch it unless I'm around. If I get you, you get me. So he gave me guidelines and shit to actually go by.
right.
It wasn't just like he just showed me a gun. It was like, yeah, yo, you know, this is in the drawer, whatever. Nah, he wouldn't even let me like literally in that room or in his section without him actually being in there. So it's like little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This kid, wait, like Naeem said, he's 17 years old. How did he get a gun? That's the first question. That's the first question. Fuck how did he shoot himself? Fuck that. We know how he shot himself. He pulled the fucking trigger. He had lack of he had no fucking finger no fucking finger discipline. So his fingers all loose all over the trigger and all flapping around and shit. That's how he shot himself. We don't need a rocket scientist to figure that shit out. How the fuck did he get the gun? Why the fuck was he having a gun? Why the fuck is the little nigga talking about drill rapping and all this shit anyway? There's nothing better for this little nigga to talk about.
Shit, cause probably shit, his mama like Sexy Red and Glorilla and all the rest of that shit, and they don't want no square nigga. Again, the type of dudes that that dude saw growing up influenced him in concert with the music.
Facts.
Because I'm pretty sure when he first started rapping, it was his mama that heard him rap first.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
See? Yeah. See?
And
Yeah, she heard him rap.
like at BG Duck Mama. I mean, you want your son to be this big time dope boy, killer rapping ass nigga until the nigga get killed, and then now it's I need GoFundMe for my son's burial and y'all, he wasn't even like that. He was a good kid and like bruh, all
Man,
signs don't point to him being that good kid that you talking about.
and not just that, again, the quality of mom has decreased so much. And I can say that because why? When my mama saw me going to the street and headed toward that either to the graveyard or the penitentiary, when she saw that, my mama took out an insurance policy on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to be in a situation where she couldn't put me away if it came to that. Mothers
Facts.
today don't even have that foresight,
Yeah.
that amount of foresight to even plan for the eventuality that if they get killed, then at
Mm.
least you got the burial covered. We so broke down as a people we got to go on the internet begging folk who ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. None of your motherfucking bad decisions. But you need help putting
Hmm.
away the result of all the culmination of all your bad decisions.
Right.
You need help now.
Salutes
That's
to my
that.
mama, bruh. Salutes to my mama, bruh. Because one thing Shirley always said to me, bruh, and my brother, and she when she seen that we was drifting into the streets and stuff, and like you said, the first thing she did was go get life insurance on us, bruh. When she seen that, bruh, she said both of us down. She told us, like, look, I see what y'all doing. I'm just letting y'all know now. Y'all get locked up. Don't call me. Cause I'm not coming to get y'all. Y'all gonna have to ride that wave out until yeah, me. You know, and that I ain't gonna cap. That kept a lot of that talk right there kept me from motherfucking wanting to get locked up and going down that route of getting locked up. When your mother tell you she not ready to be there for you, bro, and all you know is your mother, that's a different kind of feeling. A different kind of
Right.
feeling, man.
But see today we got mothers who know your son did some bullshit. You know that boy did exactly what them people saying, and you will get your nigga ass on social media talking about free that man.
Mm, mm, mm.
You'll get on social media talking about free him. See, see, you got to look at the role. If you want to make improvement in life, you always got to look at the role you play in shit. Whether it's good or bad, you play a fucking role.
Right.
Your choices play a role in the results a motherfucker get in life. See, don't nobody really want to have this talk like talking about because now you're gonna have to get your nigga ass in the mirror and take a long, hard look at what's staring back at you.
Hmm.
Fuck a selfie. Get your ass in the mirror and look at the hypocrisy. You asking God to bless him and free him when you know he did wrong. This is our community today. I
Hmm.
don't see white people doing this shit. If somebody white is accused of doing something wrong, they some of them parents turn them motherfuckers in they goddamn self.
Bro, they
They don't
finna
play
go.
that shit.
Yeah, they finna
They,
go get citizens
they not
arrest.
they not
Citizens
talking
arrest.
about they not talking about free that man,
Hell nah.
free such and such. They ain't saying that shit. See, and that shows the level of hypocrisy and degeneracy that exists within us as individuals and as a motherfucking community. That's why our shit is the way it is. Cause we some fucking hypocrites.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, we some hypocrites, bro.
That
And
shit
it's
crazy.
fucked up because
Yeah.
again, my mama had enough foresight to go get an insurance policy. Cause guess what? It wasn't no motherfucking GoFundMe back then. And furthermore, them people had too much pride to ask a whole goddamn stranger to help them bury their goddamn child.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had too much pride. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that shit sad, bro. Like that shit sad, bro. That y'all y'all rather buy your son Balenciagas and all this fucking bullshit material shit that he gonna grow out of and that shit gonna get torn up dirty and all that shit, but you can't even put money on the motherfucking health insurance, life insurance. That's one thing that my mother always had on us, bro. She always had life insurance and health insurance on us, bro. if if,
I
if,
mean, like,
if one
eh,
thing, bro, she had that, bro.
I mean, it again, it's telling. It ain't even sad at this point. It just is telling that with all the shit that we claim we doing in the street, we ain't got enough foresight and insight to get some fucking insurance, some goddamn life insurance
Hmm.
on these motherfuckers that you know gonna end up dead or in jail. You know this. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you so blinded by the shit because again, our mothers were a different breed.
Facts.
They wasn't trying to be young. They wasn't trying to be forever young like Jay-Z say.
Mm-hmm.
See, our mothers they separated themselves. See, when your mama is the same mentality as Sexy Red or Glow, and I'm not knocking them as rappers, I'm saying the mentality. When your mama is that mentality, then how can you produce something that's going to be constructive and productive in the society? Be it boy or girl,
Hmm.
because mother is the first teacher, not daddy. Mama, mama teach you how to talk, how to walk, how to have manners, all that shit. You got that shit from your mama. So again, if mama's mentality is all this bullshit that we hear on the radio and see in the videos and see in society, if mama's mentality is going to the store in some fucking pajamas,
With a bone in
how
my
in the hell do you think she gonna produce something that's gonna achieve and be constructive and productive and an asset in the society? How? I'm just asking
hmm.
because women control the access to sex. If a woman don't give you sex, you don't get sex.
Facts.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
facts.
So again, the question is why, if you laying down with this type of mentality, because you don't just pass physical genes on, you pass spiritual and you pass your whole essence on.
Hmm.
So
Me and
again,
Theo
if
was
this,
just talking about that shit.
you see what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
we got to take a long, hard look in the mirror at the choices that we've been making and we still make and we justify in making. It's no reason why we should be in public as a quote unquote race of people on the internet begging strangers for money to put away our people. Insurance premiums are not that fucking expensive, and we fuck that money out in many other ways, so it ain't no excuse.
Hmm.
It's no excuse. But because we don't have a concept of delayed gratification, we want everything right now. We can't understand how, okay, bam, I'm gonna pay this. Now I ain't gonna see no results from it. I ain't gonna get nothing from it, but I know that if X, Y, and Z happen, this is covered. We don't have that concept. That's why we don't save money. Even before shit got bad. It's hard to save money now, but even before shit got bad, we didn't have no concept of that shit. Because to save money means to delay what you want to do in the present moment. You may want to travel, you may want to buy this, that, and the other, but you got an objective in mind. We don't have that level of discipline. We ain't never had that shit in years. So
Boy, don't ask you for nothing else. Go in there and check.
daddy duty.
Yeah, my fault.
Ain't no fault. Shit, we live real lives. Here you mean this ain't no,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
ain't on no set. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Shit, I ain't even gonna care. If I did have a set like that, I probably still would bring their ass up there. I would definitely make my oldest child be in there. Like, look, come on, you on camera today. She'll be mad as shit too the whole time. But yeah, man, we 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 is definitely slacking as a community, bro, and especially with, like you said, with mothers and parents, and not just mothers, but parents not being able to see the signs of their sons doing shit, and then actually picking up on the signs and making those plans and early reservations. You know what I'm saying? It's like Heavy Lefty said that their mothers raising their sons to be the next King Von. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
So,
And so the blood is on mama hands too.
mhm.
The killer got blood on his hands, and mama got blood on her hands.
Yeah, man. But all right, people, let's get into actually what we here for. We do our little 30 minutes of breakdown and off topic stuff. Let's go ahead and get to what we came here for. Shouts out to Naeem. What? Yeah, go. Yes. No, y'all don't come back out here asking me for nothing else. Pass the message on. All right. All right. Thank you.
Well, you gonna say that about 10 more times for this show over.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. So, like I said, Naeem sent me this video, and we've been talking about the grid situation, power outs, and what y'all need to do to prep for power outages and stuff. And this video is like the perfect example of why we talk about this shit, because people like this guy right here, you know what I'm saying? He gonna try to knock out the power grid. So yeah, let's pull this up and we're gonna dissect this.
Man accused of plotting to attack a Baltimore power grid faces a federal judge in Orlando. Investigators say the neo-Nazi leader Brandon Russell conspired with a Maryland woman to target several substations. News 6's Emily McLeod was in federal court for Russell's hearing today. Now, Emily, he won't be getting out of jail anytime soon.
Nope, the 27-year-old had his first hearing earlier today in Orlando where Judge Embry Kidd did not set a bond. Russell and his co-conspirator, 37-year-old Sarah Beth Klin Daniel, could face up to 20 years in prison for allegedly targeting 5 local power grid facilities in Maryland.
He described attacking the power transformers as the greatest thing somebody can do.
27-year-old Brandon Russell from Orlando, Florida, and 34-year-old Sarah Beth Klin Daniel from Catonsville, Maryland, are accused of plotting to attack several local power grids in the Baltimore, Maryland area. Officials say had their plan been successful, it would have left thousands cold and in the dark.
Their actions threaten.
Man accused of plotting to.
You hear that? You hear the end? Did y'all hear that end part? Left people cold and in the dark. Hold on.
Grids in the Baltimore, Maryland area. Officials say had their plan been successful, it would have left thousands cold and in the dark.
So, this is what we be talking about, bro. This is what we talking about. And then this is home. This is home turf. This is people on the home turf. This ain't got nothing to do with Israel, Iran, and Ukraine and Russia. That shit ain't got nothing to do with that. This has something to do with the American citizens. So, but we say we at war, and when B say it's a spiritual war going on,
I'm gonna pull up some real.
we
Pull
not
up
just
some. Give me a
blowing
second.
smoke in the air and trying to get y'all scared and shit. Nah, this shit really and that's a like they said, a neo-Nazi member. So it's not like it's not more of these motherfuckers out here probably on the same mission that he's on. He just got
Yeah, let
caught.
me pull up some real quick.
Mm-hmm. So like this shit is real. When we tell y'all motherfucking be prepared, motherfucking get y'all physical health right. They gonna get bottles of water, get flashlights, get solar panel for charge, get the EMP shield that Marfugel talk about. Get the generator that B showed y'all on the last live. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about getting these things, we talk about getting these things for a reason. This is not for
For
no
real.
reason. This
It's
guy,
yeah, it's not.
this guy is in one state plotting with a woman in a whole nother state to knock out grid, to knock out power.
And I'm trying to pull up how long does it take to repair a transformer.
And he was talking about knocking out multiple transformers.
Okay, so now the reason that the news reporter said leaving thousands cold and in the dark is because it's summertime now. Had that been successful, it takes up to 12 to 24 months to replace a transformer. So
Mm,
we talking about 2 years no power.
mm, mm. Y'all ain't
We
making up
talking
the
about
first year.
we talking about 2 years no power in that particular sector. However much a percentage of the grid is affected by those transformers going down, and that's under this is pre-war, so we don't know how long it would take if a conflict broke out as it relate to the shipping of the parts, because all the parts got to come from overseas. That's why it's 12 to 24 months because they got the parts coming from across the water. Then they got to get here and then they got to get built. All that take time. So
Mhm.
this is not, so that's not a plaything that he was caught. And I don't know if a lot of people probably missed that leaving thousands cold and in the dark because in the dark, what is it's goddamn it made. What you talking about?
Yeah.
So, people can sleep on that if they want to and trust and believe people with his mindset, they in groups, and they gonna be the ones trying to kick in doors and take. So you better have a way to protect whatever you got because it ain't just taking the grid down. What's gonna happen while the grid is down? See,
Right. The grid ain't got the grid is just the the icing on the cake. Yeah, the grid being down just the icing on the cake. It's what's gonna happen while them lights is out and while you're trying
is
to make moves every day and stuff like that. Yeah. Cause like I said, you ain't got no power means no water. That means
what
nobody's
the
making
gov
phone calls.
the government will come in. They gonna declare martial law in that area. They'll come with their own generators and whatnot as far as the food go. They'll have you. They are prepared in that respect, but they ain't prepared for a widespread situation. But trust and believe, if if it's not a total collapse of the grid, oh yeah, they finna come in and declare martial law in that area
Hmm.
right off top. Soon as soon as it start getting out of hand, they probably declare martial law right off the bat.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? So, but that don't mean that shit ain't gonna go on.
Hmm.
It don't mean that because they can't be everywhere,
Yeah. And
even
ain't
under a martial. Yeah,
no, I was ready to say, and ain't no like B said, ain't no telling how far this grid is gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Ain't no telling how many transformers. If those transformers would have got taken down, ain't no telling how much of the grid would have went down with it. Because a lot of states get their power from other states. this U.S. grid is very, very fragile. The actor Dennis Quaid did a documentary called "Grid Down, Power Up," and in that documentary, that's how I found out how fragile the grid was because I saw that documentary and went and bought one of them those power stations that I showed you on the last live because I was like, what?
Mm,
Texas is unique because it has its own power grid system, meaning it's not dependent on Oklahoma or Nevada or Arizona or Arkansas, but other states they are dependent on their power because it comes from another state because it's not that many transformers is what I'm getting at.
right.
It's not that many transformers holding up this whole grid. So one or two go down, shit, we see it's millions in the dark right now in Houston,
Yeah.
and that ain't even no EMP. That's just
Natural disaster.
right. So the idea of having water and first aid and food and a way to protect yourself. That's not that's not conspiracy theory today.
Far fetched. Yeah, we not just like I said. We ain't just blowing smoke in the air. This this shit really going on. And like you said, if this shit was truly successful, oh man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, yeah, it would have been like Leave the World Behind. Everybody would have been started shooting each other, killing each other, because we don't know who the real culprit is. We don't know who the attack is really on. You know what I'm saying? So and then like we've been saying, most of y'all ain't been prepping long enough to even been prepping at all to have a month or 2 months worth of food in your cabinets. So with the grid
I
going
just
down,
think
it's gonna be so many casualties.
I just seen I just saw what you call those people DoorDash.
Yeah.
DoorDash woman dropping out some McDonald's this morning.
Hmm. Ain't no DoorDash. Ain't no door.
Right.
They ain't finna DoorDash you.
Hey, man, now can you imagine the grid go down and you ain't even got food for breakfast,
Mm.
let alone talking about the
You miss
the
and you
rest.
missed and you missed the call and you missed the call that the grid was going down. Oh, so you
Not
wake up. Oh man. Oh man. I can't even imagine that person when they like Theo said, bro. The first thing they gonna do, they gonna try to get on Instagram. The first thing they gonna do is try to get on Instagram. B. They gonna be.
man say in that and say, bro. Let me
Oh
see.
man. Ain't nothing there. The first thing they gonna do is try to get on Instagram. Yo, y'all see this? Hold up, why my shit ain't posted?
Boy,
Nobody got landlines, so you ain't fit to pick up the. Remember when the power? Remember the power used to go out, or so used to go out, and the first thing you do was pick up the landline to hear if we got the dial tone and shit.
yep.
Hey yo, that used to be the shit, bro. You straight pick up the phone like, hold up. Ooh, all right, now I got dial tone. I'm good. Hey yo, I miss them days, bro.
You tripping.
Hey, hey, bro, ain't nothing more painful than picking up the phone and getting that boop 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 boop. Hey, bro, hey yo, That shit right there. Hey, y'all little young punks don't know nothing about that time, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about that time, bro.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
they done grew up. They done grew up totally without landlines.
Fuck
Totally.
yeah, totally, bro.
They
They
don't even
don't
know what a real phone ring sound like.
real talk, bro. They don't even know what
Like
the
they ain't
dial tone sound like.
right. Let me see.
Shit, I'll be surprised if they even know what a fax machine sound like.
Man, say,
Damn, bro, that shit just took me back, bro. I remember that shit, bro. That's how you found out if your shit was on or not, bro. You had to hurry up and run to the phone, pick it up, and listen for that dial tone.
right. Because same way cell phones get cut off, landlines are getting cut off.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Hell
pay that
yeah.
bill. You don't hear that dial tone, that means your shit just got cut off.
Hell yeah. Damn, son. That shit used to be the
But
truth.
yeah, that was a major catch by the government as it relates to that grid down. I mean that attack because again, take 2 years, 1 to 2 years before you gonna have power again.
Mm-hmm. So
And they know that.
Americans are so uncomfortable for the most part. Hell yeah, they saw it comfortable for the most part. Hell yeah. The new boys are driven and battle hard. Yo, and you know what's crazy? Because me and B was just talking about the people that's getting flown over here and bust over here and stuff like that. Bruh, they saying like, yeah, the maybe the women and the kids might not be on that shit, but the grown ups and stuff, they coming from military backgrounds and they coming from battlefields and stuff like that. So the men might the women and kids might be straight, but is 90% of the men that's coming over here gonna be the ones that we're gonna have to go to war with, basically. That's what they was trying to get to you. It's crazy you said that, heavy.
Hmm.
And yes, Naeem. Most people is definitely gonna be dead within them 90 days. Hell yeah, you ain't never lying on that. You ain't never lying on that. Put some damn clothes on. My oldest thinks she damn cute and shit, and really make me drop kick her ass.
Yep. People can't even miss people can't even miss lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like some days at work, I may or may not eat lunch. Shit, some
Facts.
days I may or may not eat, period. It just depends.
Until dinner time, right? Like bro, my
Bro,
wife
I done
asked me
laid
the
down,
same thing.
and baby be like, damn, you ain't gonna eat your stomach growling? Nope. I'm finna go and go to sleep. Just conditioning myself to if it come to I can't eat all the time, I'm already in the psychological shape to deal with it. I don't know where you done dropped off to. I don't know what's going on with this.
Yo, B.
What's up? Boy, I say, I was just finna burn out.
Bruh, they just kicked me straight off of this shit, bruh. Like literally just kicked me straight out, bruh. had me fucking talking about the shit had an error on the page and all this shit. Yeah, bro. These motherfuckers be playing, bro. Damn, bro. Hold on. I gotta get these videos back up here now.
Yeah, they underestimate real starvation. Naeem.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
They underestimate that. And again, most people they the idea of just missing a meal uh is foreign to them. You got
Yeah, I
motherfuckers
got
talking
you,
about they
Light.
starving. You got motherfuckers they talking about they starving. And it's just goddamn it, you just ate this morning.
Hmm.
Lunch coming up at 12:30, between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, and you starving.
Hmm.
Your ass in trouble. These lights go out.
Hmm.
And again, starvation, being hungry, that's gonna drive you to do something. That's what's gonna get folk killed, trying to steal, trying to get something to eat.
Hmm.
Because when push come to shove, that's what Morgan, one of the characters in The Walking Dead. I don't know if you're familiar with The Walking Dead, but in The Walking Dead, it's a black character named Morgan. And when they found Morgan, one of the things he said was, "It always came down to food. It
Hmm.
always came down to food."
Hmm.
When the zombie eclipse broke out and the survivors was grouping up and all this, that, everything came down to food at the end of the day. So the idea of just going to, get a can, miss a meal or two, drink water. Because again, a lot of what the body perceives as hunger is actually thirst. Because hunger and thirst manifest in the body the same way.
Hmm.
You can Google that shit.
Damn, bro. I can't believe they done kicked me out like that or fucked up everything. Oh shit, no, that hold up. What's that? That ain't it. Oh yeah, yes, all right, yeah, bro. They done messed up everything, bro. But
Now
for
you
the
good,
people
bro.
for the people that just getting in, yeah, I mean, for people that's just getting in, we talking about the grid down situation with the guy from, I think it was Ohio, and the lady from Catonsville, Maryland, who was conspiring to knock out the grid in Baltimore. We had that, and then we have video that I wanted to introduce to y'all a while back about the spaceships, and how the spaceships is hitting the firmament and scraping against the firmament. So yeah, we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into that. Let me get these pictures back. Let me get this stuff back up here. Shouts out to Fio. Yo, Fio been shouts out to Fio, bro, because Fio been listening and he's been taking advice and taking his tips and all that stuff. Shouts out to him. He went out shooting the other day, and while I get these up here, I'm gonna play them while I get this stuff up here. And it's good to see, people practicing, and it's good to see, young folks practicing. Now now only thing, hey Theo, so if when you see this playback and stuff, and you watching the playback, now this what I want you to do. I want you to practice on leaning in to your firearm. So instead of having you in the right stance, but you have to lean in a little bit more forward, so that when you fire, you're you're pushing into the rifle so that it doesn't jump back as much. It's like you're bracing for the impact a little bit. You're controlling the recoil. So yeah, when you next time you go out and you using your AR, lean in to your shots. Focus, practice on leaning into it, leaning in on the firearm. Even with your pistol, when you're using your pistol. You know, Theo is one thing about Theo. He listens and he definitely puts his stuff into play. You know what he listens to and you know the information that he gets. He does practice it.
Right. Yep.
hmm So he out there. He out there. Salute to Theo. You know, I like to see that. That's one thing I like to see. You know, we out here training. We out here getting ready, practicing. You know, even if you gotta make a little scenario right here in this area that you at, you know, somewhere you gotta run and you gotta take cover or something, you know, start practicing and doing that stuff out there while you got the abilities to.
Right. To get you a couple of steel targets.
hmm So you can hear that bing, yeah,
Yeah,
when
so
you
you
hitting
can
them
yeah,
joints.
yeah, set them at different
Yeah,
feet and practice on your draw, lean in and getting shots on target.
facts.
Because that's what you want in a situation when you pull. You want to be leaning in, and you want to get first shot. Want to be on target. First shot normally win,
hmm
and most gunfights is 3 feet, 3 seconds, 3 shots. So meaning they happen within 3 feet of the people. The 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 gun incident. Most people are 3 feet from the target. That the actual length of the violence, the event is 3 seconds, and the length of the shots fired is three, the average. What do you think, come? Yeah,
Yeah,
so you get you some
yes,
steel targets, get you a holster, you know, practice drawing from your hip or your waist, depending on whatever or your shoulder, depending on what your preference is, or if you got
mm,
like a little sling bag, if you carry that, you know, just practice in a real life scenario in terms of how you carry and how you would draw down
facts, facts.
because you want to get that clocked into muscle
Muscle
memory. So
memory. Yeah,
so when it happens, you don't have to think about it. You see what I'm saying?
hmm and
Like you want that shit to be like shooting a free throw.
right, and
I
and
got
and, and like B saying, muscle memory. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you do it, the more it's gonna just come to you when, especially when it's time. It's just gonna hit you. You know, it's not you ain't even gonna have to think about it. None of that stuff. You know, and Theo, you know, that's why I sent you those 3 videos. Oh yeah, they messing with us. They messing with us right now. They done took B out. Yeah, that's why I sent you those 3 videos: the trigger control, breath control, and proper sight alignment. You know, when you doing all 3 of those things, money every time. Trust me. let's get this video back up here. Which one was we at? No, not that one. This one. At the stage. All right.
From above, they're flat and level.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, they fucking with us right now, B.
Oh no, no, that was me.
Oh,
My
okay,
bad,
okay,
man.
okay. I already say they messing with us. Naeem, I sent that joint to you on Instagram. I sent the link to you on Instagram. And yeah, like with with shooting is all a technique. You know, it's the more you practice at your
I
technique,
was just
the more the better you'll be. You know, always practice the main three things that you want to practice with handguns and firearms and stuff like that. Breath control, control your breathing. That's the first
right.
thing. Proper sight alignments and trigger control. That's it. Those are the main three things that
Yep.
to be a successful shooter. Those are the three things that you want to practice and you want to because just by pulling the trigger a certain kind of way can throw off your shot. Just by breathing while you're shooting can throw off your shot. Just by just having your sights off just a little bit will throw off your shot. Not saying you can't
Right.
hit the target. It's just saying you might be aiming for a certain part on the target, and you're not gonna get them shots there if your alignment is not right.
Yeah, you going kill zone, but you're a little bit off.
Hmm. So yeah. Oh, I see you, Naeem. What happened? What's going on? There you go. Hold up. There you go. All right. You in
Can
here?
you hear me? Yeah, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing
All
today?
right. What's going on, Naeem? How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good today. Just speaking to for Theo and the shooting, good that you out there and you doing it. Shooting
Hmm.
is a perishable. The biggest thing with shooting is it's a perishable skill. Like you can't you once you start practicing, you got to keep doing it, cause you could get if you don't shoot for like a year, you'll be rusty and all type of stuff. So yeah,
Right.
it's just a thing you just got to keep going and keep practicing on. The thing I was gonna talk about is the them people trying to knock that power grid down is crazy, and
Hmm.
people think that this is something that's just like, oh man, they quarter, it's okay. Like no, like if the power go out, I don't think people are really grasping what this means. If you get sent into, if we get knocked into the Stone Ages because we don't have a power first, it takes like 18 months for them to get them
Hot
transformers over
water.
here. Those transformers,
Mm-mm. Hot water.
they make them over in Europe, so and it takes a long time for those transformers to be built and to be replaced because they swap them out every twice, not twice a year. They swap them out every 18 months. But it takes that long for them to get over here, a year to 18 months, because they're huge, and it's only a few hundred of them everywhere. But if 12 of them out of 300 go down, that's no power for nobody.
Hmm.
And what that means is, so it's just like, okay, if it take 18 months to get the damn thing over here, because it takes just as long to get it repaired. So they sending them back and forth on these ships and stuff. That's why the Baltimore thing with the bridge collapsing is such a problem, because if Baltimore needed a transformer or Ohio needed a transformer, it will be coming through there.
Hmm.
They don't have people just sitting around playing with these things. Like real scientists have to build these. And if the power does go out, I've been I've been reading these books and studying these famines throughout history. People You think? Do you understand what somebody will do to you after the third week of them not seeing their child be able to eat?
Hmm.
This
Talk to
isn't.
him.
This
Talk to him,
isn't.
man.
This not no video game. This is real. These are real accounts of people eating their children, eat just going crazy, eating their neighbors, eating their friends and their relatives because they have their mind has basically rotted because that's what starvation does. Okay, so yeah, you got a little bit of fat on your body. Okay, what happens when your fat's gone? Your body starts eating your muscle. When your body starts eating your muscle, when your muscle's gone, your body starts eating its own organs and you die. That's why they say that starvation is the worst type of death that you can have because it's basically your body eating itself. And you're not gonna just, oh, I don't have nothing to eat, I'm gonna die. No, you're gonna die the most slow, painful death there is because you were built to last. You were built to starve in a type of a sense, and it's gonna take you forever to die with that starvation. You're gonna get
Right.
diseases. You're gonna get sick. You can't. They when I from what I'm reading, they say that 800 calories a day is starvation. They damn near say 1,300 calories a day is will throw your body into starvation. You'll be ribs and skin in 6 weeks if you ate 1,300 calories a day. You're not gonna you we you not even we ain't even supposed to be having these kind of conversations in public. Like I've been saying, because it's like people know you got stuff. You're We're underestimating the power of what people will overpower you to do. You the only person on the block that ain't lost no weight. You the only person on the block that ain't moved their belt a few notches. Them people gonna overpower you and kill you just
Hmm.
to rummage, and they gonna rummage through your dead body to see what you got. This is what's gonna happen if we keep playing. And you know what's crazy? The craziest part about it is we're not even putting pressure on the electric companies to make the grid more, hack proof. We're not even doing that.
At all.
We're not saying, hey, Dominion Power, you need to make your grid more strong so people can't just knock your stuff down. They're not gonna listen. No, we're not doing that. That
But
costs too
China
much.
is. China
Hmm.
is.
Oh
China
yeah, yeah,
China harder than they greed. That
because
shit crazy.
they know what's gonna
Right.
happen if, and it's because I learned because we had a at one of the terminals today they had a vapor go down, so no gas until the vapor came back up, which it took like an hour and a half to get the vapor back running. And it's just crazy
What you doing?
because it takes 10 days for gas to get from Texas to Virginia. 10
Hmm.
days. 10 days for that pipeline to deliver gas
That's
up,
crazy.
up here. And it's crazy
Damn.
because it's the further you go, the longer it takes.
Damn.
So like this is what we're doing. This is what we're dealing with. These real utilities, these real things, is this that power go out, it's not no joke. You good as dead in 14 days if that power go out. Because we know that most people just not gonna live. They're not gonna survive. You're not gonna know what to do. Most people can't afford a $300 emergency now. Fuck the lights going out. That ain't like we're in the worst possible position we can be in, y'all. Keep prepping. Get your plans and stuff together. Get your You was talking about kicking that door earlier. I'm just like, I'm sitting back like, man, I done already, I got so many home improvement plans, putting them into place.
Right.
Basically, done took the door off the hinge and put in new stuff to make sure that can't nothing open this door. I saw one thing where they tested a military battering ram. You couldn't get through the door for nothing. It took them like 10 minutes to try to get that door open. I'm like, yeah, because this is the world we're going into. This is
Hmm.
not a
Hmm.
joke. Like this is, and it's so it's not popular, but it's not fear mongering, but it's something to be really fearful about. Cause I'm telling you, they go try to kill you, and they go through your dead body to try to get that bag of Skittles you got in the back.
Hmm.
They done lost their goddamn mind so bad.
I
Yep.
was I was looking at that Russian famine, bruh. Everybody, y'all should go look at that Russian famine. That
It's
joint.
called Yeah, get the book. It's called The Red Famine.
That joint was crazy.
And then there's one called The Gulag. Read both of those books if you want to understand human psychology when it comes to starvation.
Hmm.
Because those countries purposely starve them people out. Like this is
Right.
real life. This is real history. That wasn't that long ago.
No, 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 no. That's 20th century. The Red Famine was 20th century. That was 1920s.
Right.
So that's 20th century. Matter of fact, that wasn't even 100 years ago yet, if I ain't mistaken.
Right.
It's right. It's knocking right at it. But yeah. Oh, I don't mean to cut you off, Naeem.
Yeah, you good.
Chop. Drop that link just in case Solomon come through because he hit me up.
Okay.
Yeah. But go ahead, Naeem. That's all I
Oh
want.
yeah, yeah. That's what I
Chill,
wanted
chop.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Cause like it, the more you read and the more you look into this stuff, the more you realize like this is way more like real. Something that you really got to think about and really be cautious of when you're moving out here in the world because we're already in these situations where let's just take the live that I did where it's just like okay we got stupid people walking around here man like fucking Darwinism just having its way out here at this point and then we have to take into account that you as a human being the first law of being a human being is self-preservation you're going to do anything it is to try to stay alive in any of these
Hmm.
situations you don't have to
Heavy.
worry about
Hey, Naeem, heavy asking your question.
I'm sorry what did it say
Are you talking about Gulag Argent Pelago?
yeah yeah I think that's the name of it.
Yep.
It's a white book. It's like big letters that say Gulag. It's like maybe a couple hundred pages. But yeah, that's it.
And the gulag is a map on Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah, that's that. Yeah, hell yeah, I was ready to say that shit. You know how many
Yeah,
people done,
like
done visit that Gulag? Hmm.
man, it's gonna be this, and it's like it's fucked up. But I know that because of how old I am and the world that I grew up in. I'm 31, and I have not had peace since I was born. Like being born into the damn crime bill, fucking 8 I wasn't 8, but young enough to remember when Columbine was a thing. Living through
hmm
Virginia Tech, living through 9/11, living through the first time the World Trade Center got attacked. Just so I don't. There's been so much happening in my lifetime. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna live to see Jesus come back. I know I am, cause
Hmm.
nobody when I go and my grandkids grow up. If we get to the point where our grandchildren grow up, they're not even gonna believe the events that I've lived through.
Hmm.
They're not gonna believe it.
Right.
Like
No, like real
this,
talk.
this is so. This is the most serious thing that we're facing right now because people are complacent, people are lazy, people are saying you can't say nothing to nobody. I told my mama that cyberbullying not real, and she trying to tell me that it is, and I'm telling her, well, cut the computer off if it's so goddamn real. Like,
Mm.
get off the
Mm.
goddamn computer. Like, how the fuck you as a cyberbully real? Get the fuck off the phone. Like,
Yeah,
no.
Mm.
real
The
Mm.
talk.
fuck is you
Mm.
talking
Real
about
talk.
on the phone, nigga? We got
stop,
real
Mm.
problems.
stop putting yourself
Like,
out there for motherfuckers to say something about you. You want to keep
no,
putting
not
your
even
life
that.
out there for everything.
Who gives a fuck what you saying? If I don't like what you saying, I get off the phone. Like, I close
real,
the app. Who
real talk.
cares? But we have real
Man,
problems. Like, this is
I'm talking about man. I'm talking about like delete buttons do work.
like I'm gonna get you to like I don't have to deal like no. Fuck you. I don't care what you have to say. This is real life. But because people have put themselves in these, we were in the richest nation on the planet, despite what the debt say, and richest nation being you got 911 to call, you got fresh water coming out the sink, you got a grocery, you don't have to grow your own food, you got a grocery store you can go to, you got EMS if something happened to you, you can go to the doctor, you don't have to do anything on your own over here. And when all of that goes away, just because you got the common sense Just because you got the training, just because you got that, you got to be ready to deal with these people who they're gonna put your life in danger because they're retarded. They are ridiculous.
Right. They didn't prepare.
Yeah, that's gonna really be the thing. You can have everything you need. Are you prepared to deal with these people? Most people not. People don't even think about it
It's,
like that. Oh man, three
and
days, 3 days.
3 days
I
a
remember what
bad
was
motherfucker.
Hurricane
Shit.
Floyd. I think it was Hurricane Floyd that had came through. We didn't have power for like 9 days at our house.
See.
Everything in our deep freezer was thawed out. Luckily, we had a gas stove,
Mm.
but like that was the good days when you would be lucky if the hurricane just came through and knocked the electricity out or uprooted a tree. You got to deal with that on top of stupidity, on top of poverty, bro. You can't, ain't no walking down the street looking like something no more. That's why I say blend in. Because, oh, you look like you having a good day. Let me see what you got on you because I'm having a bad day.
Right.
Let me see what I can take from you. And now you in a fucking situation in a bind because you done had to use force. Get this motherfucker off of you. It's just a fucked up world we in right now, man. This shit so serious. I'm telling you, I ain't even been on the internet at all. I'm just at the house reading. I'm at the job just fucking reading. Leave me alone, cause I got to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do about everybody else.
Now, like real talk, and see, that's is significant because if you stay in some apartments, just take a notice and see how many people come in with groceries. If you don't see nobody coming in with groceries, guess what? That mean ain't no goddamn food in there. And guess what?
No,
If you go ahead,
oh no, my bad. Go ahead, cause I just been thinking about like, god damn, bro, like it's not even safe to ask your neighbors and talk about this shit because if they not prepared and you prepared, what you think they gonna just let you have all the shit?
see, exactly.
And the thing, and it's gonna run. And the biggest thing with that is, okay, so yeah, you live in an apartment complex, y'all trying to hold it down, which that's not gonna last long, no way. When you run out of supplies or the last person run out of whatever they got in their house, most people got about 3 days of food in their crib at this point. So after them 3 days, so we on day 14 or some shit, like you the only one that still got supplies. You think them people ain't gonna gang up on you
They coming.
and take your shit? Nigga, we not John Wick. We can't take them all.
Hmm.
So it's just like you gotta be quiet about your shit. You gotta sneak. Every time I buy something, I always leave the house with bags. I told Fee I was gonna send him some bags because like I leave the house with like backpacks or big bags or something. Nothing that is too whatever because I put my shit in those bags and then I go in the house. I don't want you to know what I bought. I done unboxed it and everything and put it in the bag and bought it in the house that way. I only take the trash out when ain't nobody outside. Cause like this is
Mm-hmm.
the time that we living in because it's like you think you want to have faith in community until you realize that you a duck.
Ain't no community.
Yeah, you're a duck. Cause if you got 30 pounds of rice in your house and I don't have shit, oh yeah, I'm gonna go tell a couple other people, hey, they got something over there. Cause you can't go by yourself, you get shot.
Hmm.
It's fucked up, y'all. Like it's just this is the most serious conversations we should be having right now. Fuck all that other shit. This is real.
Trying to
No,
tell you.
no cat, no
We
cat.
trying to tell
It's
you.
like, and like I was saying earlier, this shit is happening on our home turf. This ain't even got nothing to do with Russia and Ukraine and Iran and none of that shit. That shit ain't even got nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with the people. This is attack on the people of the US. So it's like this shit don't have no race on it. It don't just affect black people. It affects everybody who's in whatever community that them transporters are in.
And you know what's crazy? The strategy is gonna be let them self destruct. Ain't no rockets about to fly over nobody's house. Ain't no. what does it say? What he said? Oh, it's a good form film. Oh, okay. But yeah, ain't nobody about to parachute into your neighborhood. They're gonna let you self destruct. They're gonna let you fight amongst yourselves, fighting about who light skinned, who got fake lashes,
Hmm.
fighting about your bills, fighting about the fact that everybody feeling the strain, putting that pressure on you. You don't got nothing going on. You this, you that. You're gonna be fighting about race, fighting about everything, infighting, interracial dating, all this silly ass shit.
Hmm.
20v1, like all these silly ass things that people are gonna be fighting about. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
That's what's gonna get everybody whacked. You're gonna kill yourselves, and whoever is left, we gonna finish them off, and we gonna take this bitch over.
Hmm.
That's the easiest strategy. Why would I exhaust myself when I can let you kill yourself?
And yeah, and my sources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna drain my resources when you're self-destructing. Self-destruction is that's why they use the music to poison us, because it's self-destruct. I can just let you self-destruct. I don't have to
Hmm.
put too much into this. You're gonna kill yourself. What's that quote? That fake ass. I think it's a fake quote. When they be talking about how the KKK is like, bro, we ain't gotta kill nobody. Man, they killing each other. Shit.
Right. They're like real talk.
And it's just crazy. Like I
Between
think about this shit every day, all day.
shit, you
That's all
got
I'm
to.
thinking about. Like,
You got to.
like
Shit.
nigga, fuck all that
Yep.
music shit, nigga. I got to live. Fuck this.
Yep. Yesterday on the way to work, there's a train. It was just stuck on the track. It stopped. And in my mind, I'm like, shit, what if that motherfucker had derailed? This is how traffic would be looking. Only it'd be much more fucked up. And I'm saying to myself, look how close of proximity you are to something like that. Because I stay by some train tracks. So if something was to be passing through here that was hazardous and that motherfucker derail, shit, I'm in ground zero. Because I'm probably about a mile and a half from the tracks. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that shit, and like Naeem say, shit, you can't even go in the store. I don't even feel comfortable going in the store. I know I don't look friendly. I don't dress friendly, but that don't mean shit when people hurt, when people hungry, people ain't got no option. So
Hmm.
shit,
Right.
no, like real talk, that don't mean nothing. So shit, I get out when I'm going in the store. I got knife in hand in real life. I got knife in hand.
You know what's so
Yeah,
crazy about that train
eh,
shit is
eh,
like, go ahead, my bad, my bad.
because shit, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who going or what's going, but I do know the hand quicker than the eye. I know that much. So
Hmm.
whatever you got, I know this knife gonna catch you before you get to it.
Hmm.
Mm. And what's
No, like
crazy about
real
the
talk.
train?
Mm-hmm.
I, I go to Norfolk Southern for work twice a week, and it's my first year doing the stuff with the trains. People don't even know how to identify what's on a train and what not to identify. And it's
See,
crazy because each one of those rail cars holds like, I'm gonna say like 200,000 gallons of fuel per cart. And if it's 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 carts on the thing, that's a disaster in itself. And then you don't
yep.
even know what type of fuel it is because it's not common knowledge to be able to look at the number and say, "Oh, that's what that is." Look at the placard and say, "Oh, that's what that is." It could be anything coming through your town at any moment, and that a train derailing and blowing up could take your city out.
Hmm.
That's what happened to them people in Springfield. The damn train derailed and it had hazardous chemicals on it, and the people didn't know that that kind of stuff was coming through their town, and so a lot of people got sick. All the fish died. People, pets died.
Hmm.
Like that was some
I
serious
remember
shit.
that. I remember that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
That that
most
that.
of the stuff like that has to come through rail. You can't fly it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put it like the most transport it would be put on a tanker and going a short distance. Because again, most of the fuel in the United States comes from places like Texas, Montana, the Dakotas and stuff. Our pipelines in Virginia come from Texas. 10-day travel time. So if something is happening in Texas, if a line pops or blows up in Texas, no fuel for going all the way, because I know that Texas pipeline go from Texas, go all the way through Georgia, and go all the way up to Canada. No fuel. If
Mm,
something goes down at that border down there in Texas, all this stuff is connected. Everything matters, everything counts, and one bad day can set off that chain of events.
mm. Hey, if y'all don't y'all just now getting in here, y'all don't know what video referring to. We're talking about this video right here.
A man accused of plotting to attack a Baltimore power grid faces a federal judge in Orlando. Investigators say the neo-Nazi leader Brandon Russell conspired with a Maryland woman to target several substations. News 6's Emily McLeod was in federal court for Russell's hearing today. Now, Emily, he won't be getting out of jail anytime soon.
Nope, the 27-year-old had his first hearing earlier today in Orlando where Judge Embry Kidd did not set a bond. Russell and his co-conspirator, 37-year-old Sarah Beth Daniel, could face up to 20 years in prison for allegedly targeting 5 local power grid facilities in Maryland.
He described attacking the power transformers as the greatest thing somebody can do.
27-year-old Brandon Russell from Orlando, Florida, and 34-year-old Sarah Beth Daniel from Catonsville, Maryland, are accused of plotting to attack several local power grids in the Baltimore, Maryland area. Officials say had their plan been successful, it would have left thousands cold and in the dark.
Their actions threaten.
A man accused of plotting.
And Catonsville, crazy part, Catonsville not even that far from where I'm at for real. Like that's going a little bit the opposite way, but it's about 30 minutes, maybe
That's
35.
crazy.
Yeah.
Five? Did they say 5 power grids?
5
Uh
transformers.
Transformers.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, bro!
Five Transformers.
That would have knocked the power in Maryland out, the power in Delaware out. Everything would have been dark. That's
Yeah, yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit would have definitely hit out Delaware, cuz Delaware is like the closest spot besides PA. I think Delaware is really like around the corner for real. So
Yeah,
is
it's
PA.
right there. If you come
Yeah.
up the Eastern Shore side.
Yeah, if you, yeah. So it's it's wild. It's wild, B. It's wild that people, see shit like this and still don't even think like, you know what? Maybe I should stock up on some waters now. Maybe I should stock up on some cans now. You know what maybe I should get a solar panel that, I could charge my shit on just in case.
Right. Maybe I should get a hot pot or a hot
Hmm.
stove. Something I could cook on that don't require me burning shit.
Exactly. Something I can
So,
transport with. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Just in case you gotta
You know.
you gotta move.
Yeah. But get you a little propane stove, one of them little Brunson burners, those little small, flammable joints that they keep food warm with. You can cook with that
Hmm.
shit. You know. But like I say, shit, and a little power station, like what I showed last week, that's how you can power your shit up.
Right. That little
And
generator.
right, and get your solar panels, you can get all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit is not that expensive. Again, we
Right.
fuck off that kind of money, but
And
like I said, hey boy, cut
don't
that
think
bathroom
that
light off.
you finna don't think that you finna get like a generator that you can use gas and shit like that, because that's gonna be obsolete in a grid down situation. That bitch gonna be dumb loud. You can't hold it in your house. That shit gonna kick out carbon dioxide. Where the fuck you
And
gonna
once
get
you out of
gas?
gas, you just out of gas.
Yeah, where the fuck you gonna get gas from? So it's like, yeah, you so the shit that B got actually, you can hook a solar panel up to that joint and charge that joint just in case it goes down or whatever. Or it shit can charge your phone. It can how many watts? I think like you think you got 1,000 watt one, don't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yep, the 1,000 watt. That's the one I would cook with.
yeah, he got 1,000 watt one that he can hook the hot plate up, the burner little burner stove that he was talking to, hook that joint up to it, and he can still cook on that shit. So there's ways you can get around certain things. Are y'all willing to take these steps? Are you willing to prepare yourself? Because all the signs is here. They telling you we in war, motherfucker. We in war in our own country now because I'm declaring that as an act of war. Now I got a motherfucking because I live in Baltimore, so I gotta now be extra
Hmm.
on a swivel. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because
And, and
he's attacking me. That motherfucker attacking me, and just because motherfucker gonna be like, oh, he got locked up. I don't think y'all know how fucking Nazis and those kind of splinter cell groups like that work. Just because he got caught, is several other motherfuckers out here on that same mission.
yeah, I couldn't say that the mission didn't end with him. Yeah,
He
the mission did not end
did.
with him. So,
Trust, believe.
so if the government is telling you get you some extra food, if if news stations are talking about possible civil war, just for that term to be put out there, lets you know that something is going on. You know what I'm saying? And as far as this food situation go, you have 13% of the population right now of the United States who are what's classified as food insecure. Food insecure means you don't have a steady source of food, or you don't have a steady way to eat every day. You got 13 million people.
Mm,
I mean, my bad, you got 37.8 million people in this country that are food insecure, and the light's still on right now.
mm.
The light's still on. People,
The
it's
lights
still
are
food in
still
the store.
on.
The food it's still the EBT still work. It's still food in the store. It's and you got damn near 40 million people who don't know where their next meal coming from. You got to just think about that number. That's 13% of the U.S. population,
Mm, mm,
and
mm.
this is with the lights on. So when you talk about zombies, you talking about Walking Dead and this kind of shit, yeah.
Hmm.
And
But
those
yeah,
are the latest stats on food insecurity.
and
So
this is why we bring this shit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because of this right here, like we want y'all to realize that you are in a real life survival game right now as we speak. You're in a survival game. Soon to be the Hunger Games, cause when the grid go down, this is gonna be a lot of people hungry out there. But yeah, let's pull up this next video. Yeah,
yeah, let's
man.
pull that up. Go on, run through that because
hmm
you know what I'm
And
saying.
this video is just to show y'all that they constantly lying in our face. They constantly feeding us false information. You know what I'm saying? So you take this video and you just sit here and think about it. Yeah, I mean, what else the had they been telling you that ain't true?
Hold on one second.
The waters below from above, they're flat and level. It's the sky plane. The sky only appears.
All right, now he ready to go through This video is a compilation of multiple different clips, but they're going to be breaking down the earth and the shit that they telling us that isn't real but really is real when you really start using your eyes and start paying attention.
Where he separated the waters below from above, they're flat and level. It's the sky plane. The sky only appears to curve, just like the ground. There is no curvature in the sky. There's no curvature on the earth.
Well, Dave, the SpaceX Falcon 9 is going to launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base, and it's going to launch in just...
Now, oh shit. Now, I was explaining this before about when I was watching the SpaceX joint take off, how it seemed to curve and it looked like it was scraping up against something. This is the video I was referring to. Because there's no cuts. There was no cuts in the rocket taking off. It was straight through. They washed it straight through, and when it hit a certain point, you see the rocket slowly start turning sideways and rubbing up against the firmament.
Just about a minute, maybe a little less here, to see the trail it's leaving behind. Absolutely amazing. And to describe it to you from, I mean, you can see it, but from the ground.
Is 7.8 miles. And while they were digging that hole, while they were drilling that hole, they were using ground penetrating radar to see what they're going to hit next. And they were wrong every step of the way. No more rocks, no more water. They hit rocks, they hit water, right? They were wrong. And then they hit an impenetrable barrier. They tried for years to get through and they couldn't. And then they gave up. But then somehow we have a meme that shows us a cross-section of the Earth, the next 4,000 miles. They know exactly what's there. They couldn't get the first 7.8 miles right, but they know the next 4,000. And everyone's seen the meme of the Earth with the molten magnetic core. Another thing that they're laughing at us, because you can't have a molten magnet. Any magnet of any type, you heat it up, and before it melts, it hits the Curie point, and it loses all its magnetism.
Have y'all heard about the recent claim from the heliocentric priests? They're saying that the core has stopped spinning, and it's now spinning the opposite direction, which is going to cause all this chaos.
Well, this morning we are learning.
Now, B, that was SpaceX video. Remember, I was telling you, I watched both clips. I watched both videos. Remember, I asked you, did you know there was a rocket gonna take off at night? And you was like, nah. So the one I seen with SpaceX was during the daytime, and when it went up, everything was uncut. It went up, and it like you said, it hit, and then it slowly, gradually just started turning to the side, turning to the side, and then it looked like it was just rubbing and scraping, and then you seen that blue streak and all that shit before it kind of like made a big boom and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
that motherfucker look like a surfboard.
exactly. So
That's my first time seeing that.
Oh damn, for real?
Yeah, I ain't never seen no footage like that. That shit, I'm sitting over here, my mouth open like a motherfucker.
Bruh, yo, so just imagine Me watching that shit for the first time, bro, because I watched the whole thing, bro. It is crazy because if that's the case, when did they go out of space? When did they do the moon landing and all that shit? I mean, because they didn't. They never did the moon landing.
They
So
still talking about now they got a vehicle up there now.
how you get to the
Allegedly
moon,
just
right?
right. Or is that even the moon that we looking at? What is that?
What is that? So
Because if that's I say I'm stop cause say
nah,
that's that's
I'm just
that's some other
saying, bro.
shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, so what else are they telling us that's true that is not true? You know,
Damn. Well, I swear. You see, I'm falling out. He falling out.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
there he is.
they hating on us, bro. They try to stop us, bro. They try to stop us, bro. All right, motherfuckers, bro. Hold on, let me get this video back because we y'all not gonna stop what I gotta show y'all. Fuck that. Y'all make sure y'all screen record some of this shit, bro. Yeah, I mean, so y'all can post it. Cause I'm telling you, bro, we talking too crazy on here.
The waters below
Hold
from
on. Oh
above,
shit.
they're flat and level. It's the sky plane. The sky only appears to curve. Just
All right, where was we at? We was right here at the Earth's crust, and they was
Now
ready to.
him say space ain't real.
Yeah, yeah, they hating on us, bro, cause we exposing that shit. And they,
Man,
Have y'all heard
I
about the
don't
recent
believe in
claims?
space. Why that shit ain't in the Bible?
go
Man.
on, now, go ahead.
Whoa, wait a
I'm
minute,
saying
wait a
space.
minute,
I'm like,
wait a
for
minute,
real,
wait a
like,
minute.
why ain't it in the Bible? Why the God ain't never mentioned space? The moon is a satellite. Like, that's not a thing.
Mm.
I'm just saying, I don't believe in space. I never believed in space. I believe that satellites is like 40 miles in the atmosphere. When you see these spaceships and shit like what was happening with SpaceX, that's just oxygen and hydrogen and shit losing protons and electrons. Like,
You know what's
space ain't
funny,
real.
Nine? You know what's funny? They said yeah, that rover that they sent up there, whatever they sent up there, they said yeah, on landing to the moon, it caught a rock and it tilted over. So the angle that you're seeing is because the ship had tilted over and shit. It's
Yeah,
like
it landed on the dark side is what he
it
said.
landed on the dark side.
No, look, I know that the Earth is not flat just because 360. Now it's not spherical, but it has a sphere-like shape, but 360 degrees. That's why we get time. 24 hours is 360 degrees around the clock. That's how we know longitudes and latitudes and all that boring science shit. But space is not real. Like, nobody's ever been to the fucking moon. Like, why would you, like, what the hell you going there for? Ain't nothing up there. Because you never been. It's bullshit.
Mhm.
Just another silly ass. I mean, they might as well have their 3D glasses on. And then if you're telling me you went to the moon with the same memory as a PS2 memory card,
Right,
and you
you
ain't been
telling me you
back,
went to you telling me you made it to the moon and some shit that look like it's from the Beverly Hillbillies, some Fred Sanford ass shit.
because space is not real. It's not real. Like,
Nah, like real talk,
it's
y'all
just,
seen the images of them old ass spaceships, man. How the hell y'all get to the
They,
moon in this motherfucking contraption?
bruh,
The
them
fuck?
motherfuckers still look the same. They ain't changed them shits not one. They ain't changed it. They add no wings to that bitch. Hey yo, if I was building a spacecraft, bro, I'm making that shit look like Star Fox shit. Real talk. Like I'm,
Bro, if you look at that shit that they say they went to the moon in,
yo, bruh.
bro,
They
how in the hell did y'all get way up there in that motherfucking shit there?
Yeah,
bruh.
we gotta
They
be
said this
careful with
shit.
what.
They said the shit caught a rock on land, and the one of the legs caught a
Yeah,
rock,
right.
tilted it over. And
Okay.
It's like almost unbelievable. Like, what are you talking?
Right.
all out of
How
all
the
the
fuck?
odds of that, all the odds is that, man. Come on, man.
No, but real
Like,
Yeah,
talk, like space is
they
not real. It's not like what God never said nothing about no damn space. Like this
exactly. They told
like
us
no,
the shit about
no.
9/11. Yeah, I mean, while never explaining Building 7. Heck yeah. Like, bruh, come on now. There's
It's
no
all
way. There's no way you get hit at the top of the fucking. You get hit at the top of the building and fall straight down. There's no way. That- That's come on now. Look at how the building fell. If anything, the top part should have fell
and
or
not even that. That's
crumpled.
not even how buildings are
Yeah,
built. Once
yeah,
you
because
you
they
have a
got metal.
skyscraper,
Yeah, they
not
got
even
metal and shit.
not even that ain't really it. It's just you can't build a building straight up like that. After a certain point, again, the center of gravity becomes this multiple points of center of gravity. That's why when you can't just build 100, 300, 500 feet straight in the air. It's gonna
Hmm.
wobble. It's gonna tilt. It's gonna move.
Right.
Buildings are not. You can't build a building like that. It's physically impossible. There's all. There's a bunch of fucking lies. Just and then you got to be careful with what you look into and what you invest in with these companies because Tesla and SpaceX, these are government funded projects. NASA is a
Hmm.
government funded thing. Like these aren't, oh, Elon Musk is brilliant. Elon Musk is on welfare. What the hell are we talking about? He get how
hmm.
many? I mean, how many of a nigga cars got to blow up? If this was Ford, that shit would be closed down.
Hmm.
I'm talking about
Every
say people
time,
boycotting in the street.
exactly. Every time he do something, the shit blow up or it stop working or three people done slammed into this. These are government. They are pouring money into this. Well, we're gonna give you money until it works. These are government funded projects. The Neuralink.
Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna connect to your brain
Man.
Hey,
and
heavy.
let you
That guy.
let you play
That
ping
guy that
pong
got
without
that
yeah.
20 years. He gonna get Neuralink. The one that trying to take
Oh
Yeah.
our
yeah.
next. Yeah, they gonna
For damn
Neuralink.
sure.
Yeah,
Shit,
we're gonna go to
any
another country and get him internet. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, these are government funded projects, psyops. Like,
right, right.
Oh, them.
And then while we talking about Elon, why the
that
fuck
nigga saying shit.
are you why the fuck are you building a vehicle that can withstand 9 millimeter gunshots? The base model, Cybertruck, it'll
Mm.
fade a nine. Yeah, it'll fade. It's bulletproof. Well,
Mm.
up to a 9 millimeter. I don't know. I know it's not rifle round bulletproof, but it's
Right.
pistol bulletproof coming off the floor. So my question is, what you know, Elon, to where
Facts.
you feel the need to manufacture such a vehicle for the public to
And it's
purchase?
in all his recent ones. I think they only made like 300 of them. They all got recalled.
See,
Every single one of them got some type of recall for something going on or whatever. That thing is a strange thing. But like, and it's just like you when you look into his history, because it's not a secret. But his family was the reason they was his dad or whoever it was. They apartheid is them. That's his family was apartheid. They took over all the emerald mines and all the diamonds and stuff. This person is not a real person. This is a nepotism government plant
Hmm.
who is
He
allowed to just
he an
spend up all
official
your tax
AI
money.
bot.
No, real talk. Like all the taxes you pay go to Tesla building bulletproof cars. All your money go to Neuralink. All your money go to PayPal and all these other weird places and Facebook and all these government places.
right?
It's ridiculous. Like, I hate all of this shit. Like, I damn near be like, oh my God, Jesus, please hurry up, come get
Let
me,
me
cause
let me
like,
get
No, like for
to
real, because the way it's set up, you can't function in the society without some form of social media. I mean, you got to have an email at minimum.
mm-hmm.
Otherwise, how the fuck you gonna communicate with any kind of company, any kind of store, anything? Motherfucker talking about mark of the beast, it's already here.
the
Try to
beast is the
try to
nation.
interact, right? Try to interact without besides your local shit where you can pay cash. Try to interact in the greater spirit of things and see how far you get.
Hmm.
It's
You
just
ain't gonna get
crazy, man.
nowhere.
Like,
Bruh.
and you
So
know,
B
the
was
worst.
just B was just on the phone with me when I was in Royal Farms and the system crashed right there. Like system literally crashed while I was in the middle of a transaction. Like, dang, bro. What
Oh,
the
it just
hell?
make me feel crazy sometimes. Like, you just walk around like, I know that I don't live on the same planet as y'all, because it's no way that you see this and you see what's happening, and we're yelling, "Hey, you guys, building on fire,"
Mm-hmm.
and everybody just keep walking. Oh yeah, it's all good. Oh, it's nothing happening. It's just like, I know that everybody's not this crazy, but I realize that yes, they are. Like, yes, they are.
They are. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish running this video real quick because this it's a lot more in here. It's a lot more in here that needs to be seen.
From the heliocentric priests, they're saying that the core has stopped spinning and it's now spinning the opposite direction, which is going to cause all this chaos.
Well, this morning we are learning about a shift in the Earth's inner core that sounds like the plot of a Hollywood blockbuster. Scientists say our planet's solid core, which is actually disconnected from the rest of the Earth's layers, may actually have stopped rotating and could even reverse course. What does this mean?
Well, at first it sounds like something from a Hollywood movie.
Right.
The script is, oh my God, the core of the Earth is spinning backwards.
How do they know this? I just want to know, how do they know what the core is doing if they've only been down 8 miles? How is that possible? We've only, as humans, dug down a maximum depth of 8 miles. How do they know what's 3,000 miles down? Makes no sense.
If you look at a magnetic field under a ferrule cell, you have something called the inertial plane or the block domain wall. That would be where we reside. We live within a magnetic field. And you can only go so far down before you're actually going to have the reciprocation of that energy or that magnetic field. We know the deepest hole ever dug is around 7.8 miles, which seemingly correlates to the deepest area in the ocean, of course, the Mariana Trench. So the way that I see it is you're actually living on the inertial plane within the magnetic field, which actually then begins to make all celestial phenomena fit perfect within the toroid. And of course, this entire idea that there's this magic magma core made of nickel and iron that's spinning at a different speed than the Earth spins is a complete fiction made up of seismic activity and speculation. And actually, when you look further into that, they say that that causes the magnetic field with something called convection currents. You have the geomagnetic field from the geodynamo model, and actually you would have a symmetrical magnetic field coming from the core. As it is a sphere, you would have the same magnetic field in the north and the south. But what the evidence actually shows is that it is not symmetrical at all, and in the south, the magnetic field gets up to 30% weaker. There's something called the South Atlantic anomaly, which shows that at 100%, it's not some symmetrical dynamo effect causing the magnetic field. If you actually look further into the dynamo model, there's about 50 questions that have gone unanswered. They can't even get the math to work with supercomputers. It's pure speculation that they can't get to work, and it seems that actually we are just prohibited from going too far down based on pressure mediation within a magnetic field.
There was a famous scientist that sent a submarine down and hit the bottom of the ocean and wasn't able.
Y'all remember this shit? With the lake inside with the lake inside of underneath the water.
yeah, the Mariana Trench.
I think that's what he's ready. To talk about.
To penetrate the bottom of the ocean as if there was some type of water barrier firmament.
One of the strangest places on the ocean's floor was only just discovered in the 1990s. At 9 degrees, one of a handful of people to ever see it in person. Without doubt, one of the most amazing things that I have ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming the Blue Flags in the Gulf of Mexico. And I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a a donut. I saw this donut. It was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of steam over it. And then I looked, and there was water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline.
And they shout out to that guy right here on TikTok who put this out, bruh. You know he got off after that shit, right?
I read that.
Yeah, yeah.
I read that 3 weeks after that show aired.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he mysteriously died in a helicopter crash. A plane, one of them. So, man, say I ain't gonna even.
Bruh.
I ain't gonna even dive into that because
Word.
that's a whole nother.
A whole nother live.
That's a whole nother shit. That's a whole nother philosophy of life. You talking about
Word.
worldview. You talking about worldviews being challenged. The man said heliocentric priest. Helios means sun. So you had people who had different forms of creation theories going back into ancient times. The helio priest was from Greece. They
Mm.
were from Greece. There was a particular set of philosophy. And then you had the animists who were another particular set of philosophies. Philosophers who had their own priests because philosophy back then was religion. That's why he said heliocentric priests, people who believe that the sun is the center of the universe. That's what heliocentric means.
Mm. I'm glad.
See, a lot of
I'm
time
glad.
white people be talking, a lot of time white folks will be talking and they talk over our head because we ain't been exposed to certain terms. So we'll get
Right.
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, cause I was ready to ask you. I was ready to ask you what that term was that he said, cause I never heard of that shit before. So yeah, I wanted to pause it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna let it rock out because he's speaking some shit. So yeah, I was definitely ready to ask you what the hell that word meant, cause I ain't never heard that word before.
Yeah, heliocentric is the belief that the sun is the center of the universe, and i.e., which is why the sun next to God is the most physically worshipped object in history. Sun worship. That's ancient, but it derives from the belief that the sun is the center of the universe,
Mm,
and meaning everything revolves around it.
right.
So when you have these people coming in speaking about the firmaments underwater, and then you have the footage of the ship hitting the firmaments of what appear to be some watery surface, then you correlate the the biblical account of the flood, which is God opened the firmaments from above and the firmaments from below. It wouldn't just rain.
Oh snap! Solomon in the building.
Yeah, okay.
What's going on?
What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
Solomon? But yeah, so when you get to delving into this subject, you're talking about challenging the very foundation of what we've been conditioned to believe. Yep. So
Damn, bruh.
yeah, so this is why that's not out. That's why that footage is not out. Again, if we just look at how far technology has advanced since 2000 up to now, from the cell phone to the vehicles that we drive to the TVs, all these advancements, which have happened by leaps and bounds. It's like we were going at a certain speed technologically, and then all of a sudden everything just took off, and it's been taken off ever since.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, you mean to tell me that the space shuttle program and the vehicles that y'all use to go to outer space, so you claim, have not been lockstep with the other technological advances? You mean because the stealth bomber, like, it could get to the moon before these bullshit ass rockets that they got taken off?
No, no cap. I heard this. I heard the stealth joint daggone at least like a minute before I even seen it, and then I was so amazed. I was so amazed that I ain't even think about taking my phone out until after this shit was gone because I was so locked in on that shit. Like, damn, like, bro, that's a real stealth bomber, bro. Like, I never seen one in real life. You know what I'm saying? That was like the first time ever seen it. And it's in the air. You can actually feel that shit. Like as it goes over, as it's flying, you can feel that shit.
Right. So, like I said, you got that. You got Elon building these bulletproof vehicles. Again, what does he know? You got Zuckerberg building a bunker. You got Bill Gates, the largest owner of farmland in America. You got China.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you got China having a large stake in U.S. real estate. You
Hmm.
have home ownership becoming all but unattainable for most adults today. If you don't already have a home, good luck in getting one, because not only are homes more expensive, you have corporate entities coming in, buying up whole neighborhoods and making the homes for rent. So you'll never own it.
Hmm.
Not for sale no more. Yeah, you got a whole subdivision in Texas. I was already telling you, you got a whole subdivision in Texas. It's all tiny homes,
Yep.
1 and 2 story.
Mm.
So to think that times not changing, things are not changing. This just conspiracy. You tripping? Like you completely out of touch
Right.
with what's going on. And again, you just came from the store. You can't tell me it don't feel different from 2019, 2018 when you was going to the store buying the same item.
Facts. Like, H, bruh, the market prices ridiculous.
You
Ridiculous.
got people, bro. You got people food insecure. You have it takes on average to pay your bills, and that's the definition of being comfortable. Now, it's being able to pay your bills. To pay your bills, you have to earn on average $100,000 in the United States. In
Hmm.
29 states, you have to earn $150,000 just to be comfortable. That's not to travel. That's not camping. That ain't flossing. That's just to make it. Now, with those statistics, and you got over 60% of people living paycheck to paycheck, grid being attacked. They don't know if it's gonna even be an election. Shit. Say, man, you better get ready for something.
Hmm.
Because one of these points gonna give. It's a lot of points. One of these points gonna give.
Hmm. And the crazy part is, it's like we said, like I keep saying, bro, it's already here. It's here now. Yeah, I mean, so it ain't no matter if, it's a matter of when. We just showed you
Bro,
the video of the guys
we are
wanting to attack the grid
we are
with war. Go ahead, my bad, B.
man, we in a time where again women are being lassoed down in broad daylight, lassoed down with belts, raped in between cars, kids shooting themselves, emulating rappers.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
something gonna get yeah, this is the time that we living in.
Yeah.
People getting pushed in front of trains in the subway, people being stabbed on the subway, people going on stabbing sprees in stores.
Hmm.
It's a spirit that's on the earth. And if people don't recognize that, you're gonna get victimized by it. See what Naeem was saying earlier, right? At the beginning, what she was saying, like she don't get nothing from addressing those issues because that ain't her life. Right, it ain't. But at the same time, we have a responsibility which she accepts via
Right.
the way she addresses things. You know what I'm saying? And that's your blessing because you never know how far that message that you putting out there will reach. We
Hmm.
don't know. We'll never know who listened to this, who see it, and who may be changed by it. Even if it's just to go pick up.
No, they better not have. Come on, man. I'm telling you, bro. We've been on a road. They've been hating today. I don't know what their issue is today, bro. I don't know what their issue is today. Oh, tell Essence help me. Yeah. I don't know what their issue is with us today, bro. They is not letting us rock out.
My bad, bro. That was me. My phone at the
Oh,
screen had went sleep
oh man, bro.
because I ain't even looking at it. I ain't even looking at it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say, man. Those of us that know, that's your duty to at least share it with your family, if nobody else.
Facts. Facts.
So
Yeah. And
don't take up
and
all y'all time on this Sunday, uh,
yeah, cause
because
I'm
I know
ready to
y'all may have
get out of here.
right.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up the wife in a couple minutes. I'm ready. I've just told the kids and get their stuff on now, you know. So yeah, man, it's crazy, B. I just wanted to share that last video.
Send me that TikTok video, bro. Send me that. I need that.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm
I
finna
had
I'm finna dive. I'm finna deep dive into that.
yeah.
Like I said, that's the first time I ever saw that.
Okay. Yeah. So the crazy part is I'm gonna see if I can find the first one with SpaceX. You mean just that video itself? I'm gonna try to find that and send that to you, so you can actually
Okay.
see exactly what I was talking about. And it
Okay.
just goes to show y'all, like, you don't listen, to us as we're telling you these things, but they showing y'all in movies, they showing y'all to y'all face in these YouTube and these TikToks and stuff what's going on.
Speaking of
So,
movies, sorry,
mhm.
bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to lose this
No,
thought.
go ahead, go ahead.
Baby reminded me that it's a movie on Netflix called Upgrade, and in this movie, you will see that it's dealing with a guy got shot, his wife got killed, but it was all part of a experiment to where they would take the shooting victims and put chips in them and give them upgraded abilities where they could see through shit and analyze shit. Like pretty much making them like cyborgs in the house. It was done in a house that was underground, like a bunker. But on the surface, you would never know. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Old Enron sound a lot like uh Elon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. Check. Yeah.
Okay.
Check.
Okay.
Yeah. It sound a lot like Elon, and they chipping up, and he got control, and if he don't want you doing something, he can shut you down because when they shot the main character, he became a quadriplegic, and so with that chip, he gained the ability to walk, run, fight, all this shit. Because
Mm.
the AI was doing like when he got in the fights, the AI would counter everything that the person he was fighting was doing. You see what I'm saying? And so
Okay.
yeah, so when Iran would find out he was doing something he didn't want him to do, he'd just shut him down and turn him back into the quadriplegic where he couldn't move and shit. And then they'll come pick him up, take him back to the bunker and all this other extra shit. But yeah, check that movie out, bro. Check
Damn.
that
Oh
movie out. Y'all got
yeah.
time. Y'all got time. Upgrade. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that shit out. That's gonna be one of the movies I'm gonna be watching tonight.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in and
Next.
good show. And shit, we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Word, word, yep. Yeah, me and B, like we said before, we working on going live more often. So yeah, man, y'all just hit that notification, put it on all, and daggone when you see the messages pop up, already know what time it is. But yeah, we gonna
Yep.
get with y'all on the next one. Appreciate it,
All right,
B.
y'all.
You already know.
Already, man. Stay up.
Yeah.
All right.
In the world today, everyone should be raving about ACOG Club podcasts because they're packed with life-saving tips and the latest survival strategies. Hosted by the dynamic duo Brian Tisdale and ACOG Chop, ACOG Club's The Survival Games podcast dives deep into the world of survival. From breaking news and world events to situation awareness and preparation for when the grid goes down, this show covers it all. Plus, we're rolling out practical tips on tools for everyday carry. Whether you're a seasoned prepper or just starting out, there's something here for everyone. Out now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Don't miss out on mastering the art of survival with ACOG Club's riveting discussions and invaluable insights. Stay safe, stay prepared, and stay tuned.
Two of the forefathers of podcast land, Mount Podmore, are at the table. I sat out there patiently saying, my brother is going to call me into that table to put me in front of this crossover audience to try to help enhance me, because he did it with Rainwater, the basic common urban black guy. So after 2030.
What is that very first song that stamped hip hop as your favorite genre? I'm not talking about the very first song you heard. I'm talking about that song that made you feel at home when you heard it. For me, it was Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life. I remember me and my brother, we were standing in front of the house and he was just describing to me how the little girl was singing the chorus. And in my head, not knowing how things work, of course, I'm like, hey, why he ain't pick me for that video? So I studied that video, studied that song, and I just knew that this is where I'm going to be at for the rest of my life. Or how about that very first pair of sneakers you bought? Now, I didn't have the money, but I begged my mom for like a month straight to have $75 so I can go get me some all-white Air Force Ones. At the time, they were only $65, plus tax made them $70, and then I needed some bus fare to get back and forth home. Because those times, somebody wanted some gas money, and I just ain't have it to give. You wasn't dipping into my Air Force One money. I dreamed about them shoes day in and day out until they was on my feet. You know how geeked I was. to be walking around with those on. Now, what about the biggest sports moment that you heard about, even if you didn't watch sports? I still remember everybody and their mama talking about how AI crossed Jordan. Now, until that moment, you wouldn't even dare think that something like that could possibly happen to Jordan. So yeah, that was just the word, just I remember it. I remember. And I'll never forget the very first movie I remembered every line to, front to back, because
all you do is spin record. That's all you do.
We were born in this culture. We were raised in this culture and seen the evolution of this culture. And my passion for my culture compelled me to create Without Google the card game to test your knowledge of music, movies, sports, and fashion. Go over to withoutgoogle.store and make that purchase today. So the next time someone misses game night and it was lit, just let them know. You just had to be there.
Now she ride. Beat the pussy up. 40 minutes to an hour. She knocked out cold. So I hop in the shower. Didn't have my own soap. So I'm smelling like flowers. Both our stomachs growling. Let's find some food to devour. Once again, we slide. Once again, we slide.